Nelson got a chance to see the warehouse where so many of Nevada's antique treasures are stored. And Paul, there's a lot of hidden Nevada history that many people, they just don't know about it.
Yeah, and some of it was even surprising to the governor, Landon. When Brian Sandoval moved into his office, he planned on decorating one of his walls with the Nevada landscape. Instead, he found some items at the Nevada State Museum's warehouse, where he found some pieces of Nevada history that he didn't expect.
I couldn't believe that something of that historical significance, that with such a connection to our state, was in this remote warehouse leaning against a wall with a blanket.
Governor Sandoval found this ship's wheel from the USS Nevada in a little-known place.
It's reminded me of Indiana Jones and the movie, and you go into this warehouse and there's these rows of old artifacts.
This collection center is the temporary home to many of Nevada's old treasures. Some are waiting to go on exhibit, and others have already been on display.
This is a printing press from Eureka, Nevada, the Eureka Sentinel from back in the 1800s.
Bob Nyland's worked for the Nevada State Museum for nearly 35 years, and he says he still gets excited about these artifacts. There's this old slot machine from Harold's Club, an antique desk like Senator Pat McCarran's, and a chair that was reserved for the worst criminals.
First one for the first, when they started using poison gas for executions in the 1920s.
You can also find a lot of different artifacts from the Comstock era and the railroad.
These are spike drivers and other tools that would have been used on the railroad.
Chinese rail workers left remnants like this behind in Elko County.
After the job was done, they were let go, and so they spread out across the American West, and many settled and stayed in Nevada.
The old Senate chambers will reopen as Battleborn Hall in October, which brings us back to the ship's wheel. It'll find a permanent home there once Sandoval leaves office, along with many other items in this warehouse.
If we didn't have a place like our collection center here, we wouldn't be able to bring out these special items.
And that ship's wheel weighs more than 300 pounds, so crews actually had to check out the Capitol building's structural plans before they could mount it. So definitely a lot of work went into that.
And that warehouse or collection center is like a little museum of its own. Can anyone walk through it?
No, it's not open to the public, so if people really want to check out some of this stuff, they just have to wait until it comes onto display at one of the museums. But people can donate. Nyland was actually telling us that one lady was a relative of our first governor, Henry Blaisdell, and she actually donated one of his watches and his cane. So a lot of cool stuff there.
Yeah, and Paul, you're a Nevadan, you've been here forever. What was it for you to go in and report this story? It must have been neat for you too.
Oh yeah, there was so much cool stuff in there. I mean, going back to the V&T Railroad, you got the mining stuff. I grew up in a mining town, so a lot of that stuff's pretty cool. And then obviously the USS Nevada stuff is really cool.
I love how much the governor knows about it all too.
Oh yeah, it was like a history lesson.
Right, yeah.
All right, good
love
work, Paul.
Lock Boy.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Good
thank
job.
you.